Good evening. This is Jody. We'll be starting here soon. We're going to give everybody a chance to sign on. How's everybody doing this evening?
Good.
Good.
This is Terry. Do you have audio, Amo? Emma says she does not have audio. So she's going to be talking to us by typing. Just text. That's fine. At least you have a lifeline. At least you can text.
Right. That's right. That's okay. Text works fine. We'll wait just a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Thanks for joining us. We'll get started in just a minute, Amo. Just a couple more minutes. We're going to get started. I have 7:32, so let's wait one more minute and then we'll get started. How's that? So if you don't have audio, feel free to type in the chat. We are going to ask a few questions when we get started.
Okay, this is Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. Can you see my screen okay?
No, actually, I'm just on the phone. I don't have my iPad.
That's all right. It's good to be on the call, and we're going to send out
Okay.
those slides later. So I'm recording it, and I will send out the recording and the slides afterwards. So we have links and things that y'all can click on. So welcome.
Okay.
Glad you're here. Glad you called in. Terry, are you ready to get started?
Yes, I am. Welcome, everyone.
I say we. All right. Well, welcome, Terry and Richardson. The Membership Recruitment Director is on the line with us tonight. And, of course, this is Jody Brodkin. I'm the Volunteer Support and Program Director. Can you hear me okay? Are you getting too much feedback?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get rolling. So, welcome to our roundtable for August 2017. If I can get the slides moving. Okay, so here's our agenda. It may look a little long, but we're going to roll through this pretty quickly. So we're going to talk about on-time online renewal. We're going to ask you, let us know or give us any feedback that you might be having or any of your volunteers having with renewal and the new system. We're going to talk about the new service unit team leader roster report, and we're going to show you an example of what it's going to look like. It's going to be coming out soon. Also, we're going to talk about the volunteer toolkit demo and access. Just a few questions about service unit fall product sale, service unit support, making sure that you're receiving your support calls. We're going to talk about council attendance and for service unit meetings, and then of course we're going to talk about how to join and the new recruitment processes, and then we're going to talk about the highest award ceremony. So y'all ready to get started? I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as you know, our membership renewal is well underway for on-time online renewal, and the question of the day is, have you renewed for 2018? So type in the chat, and Rebecca, you can let me know. If you are not in the chat, just say yes. Yes, Debbie's renewed. And,
yeah. I have not renewed.
That's okay. There's still time. We want to get y'all ready for renewal. So, awesome. So it looks like most of us have renewed. That's great. Have you or have anyone experienced any issues renewing your troops or yourself? If you're having issues, we want to hear maybe what some of the hiccups that you've run into. Everyone should have received their member community login email from GSUSA. If they have not, they can contact us at info@gsvsd.org, and we can resend that email so they can log in. We can help them reset their password. We have lots of ways to help you get renewed. So does anybody have any questions or concerns about renewing? You can type your answers in the chat if you want. Or anybody on the phone that'd like to share any questions, concerns? Not yet. That's good. Okay. Well, now's the time to get people renew. It's now that, October 1st is right around the corner. We want to make sure that they're all ready for fall product sales.
Jody, this is Terry. I want to interrupt for a minute.
Sure.
The piece that I keep running across with people they're confused when they go in to renew. They need to drop down the little tab that says for the next year, not for the current year. So the next year is 2018. So that could be one of the little kinks that we need to help people with. We don't want them to accidentally re-register for 2017 if they somehow didn't register for 2017, especially if it's a new person.
Right.
If you drop down, it's for next year, 2018.
Right. So I put here example how to renew a troop. And I saw, I think it's Crystal's question about financial assistance. I'll address that in just a moment. So basically, yes, here's the steps to renew a troop. And again, you want to make sure that you're selecting renew for 2018 and select the right year. You want to select next year. And so this is a simple, we also have some links that you can share with your troop leaders and family members on how to renew. As far as financial assistance, when you go to check out, there is a box to check for financial assistance. And then they hit continue, and then what that does is that prompts us to send the information. So once they select that, they stop, and then we will move them forward once we have all the information. So the financial assistance forms will come in the form of a what we call an online web form, almost like in the survey format. They have to answer the questions that we need in order to process their financial assistance. So our registrar reaches out to them once we know they have checked that box. Does that answer your question, Crystal? Is it Crystal that asked the question? What if the parent...
I'd like to say one more piece. We don't actually send out any books this year. It's all changed. It's uniform components and the Virginia Skyline ID set only. And then again, we do have financial assistance for the adults that are volunteers.
Okay. So what if the parent so what if the parent doesn't have internet to fill out the form? We would suggest that they can call customer care and they can walk them through. So they can contact the headquarters during business hours and they can walk them through the process.
Is that the info at GSB, or,
yes.
or is that actually, okay. That's what
so
the
they
customer
can contact
care is.
Yeah, for the customer care, it's all the same. It all goes through, we route it through info@gsbsc.org, or they can call the council headquarters and customer care will answer the questions.
Gotcha. Okay.
Deborah Giles is on the other end of the phone. She's a familiar face or voice. So she's very helpful.
Yes, she is. She can walk them through the process. Okay. Any other questions
Ladies,
about renewal? Yeah?
It's Beth Raines. I am on my phone, but I'm also in front of a computer screen. I am not seeing a chat button to type in what I need to type in. What am I missing?
Okay. You see the little bubble?
There should be a little bubble.
Yeah. There's the go-to meeting, there's a phone bubble, there's a video bubble, there's an attendee, there's a setting type thing, there's a record button, a question mark, and then the 4 arrows. That's all I've got on my screen.
Try the question mark.
Okay, it's saying feedback for go-to meeting and support. Is that what I'm needing to do?
No, but you can see, well, let me ask you, you can see my screen though? You can see how to renew a truth?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's
Maybe you
good.
need to switch to the desktop version, or I don't know.
I clicked what I was supposed to click. That's all I know.
No, that's okay. Usually the chat comes right under the attendee list. It actually says the word chat.
That's what I thought. It's not there this time.
Well, I will say this. I know GoTo updated their system, and so tell me again what you have listed there. Sorry.
I have the go-to meeting symbol. I have an audio symbol. I have a movie camera symbol. I have attendee symbol. I have a settings, and I just switched it to computer audio. And I have settings, and then the red record button, the question mark, and a show in full screen.
You have more buttons than I have.
Yeah, you got more buttons than I have too. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
wow,
so
that's pretty impressive.
There's no chat button there, though. That's what I need to know.
Right.
Okay.
But the good thing is you have audio, so you can always. We're recording it, so we'll get it that way. So good thing is we got you covered. How's that?
Okay.
So
you know what? How about if she brings it down off of full screen? She may be covering up her thing that on mine it comes to the side and gives you that whole thing where you can type and everything. Maybe if she goes down from full screen, she'll be able to see that other side.
Actually, I've switched to
possible.
both. I still don't have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, do me a favor, Beth. Will you do me a favor and can you take a screenshot of that and email it to me just for later, so I can try to work through that? So because that's new.
Only if
it'll allow
you tell me how to do it.
Okay. Hit. Is there?
Sometimes you have a log out, log back in.
Yeah. Can we go ahead and finish the meeting, and then right before you're done, tell me how to do it?
Yes. Let's keep going.
Okay.
But yes, definitely.
All right.
Okay, sorry. So here are the links for on time online membership renewal, the prizes, the renewal troop leader tips, and the renewal family tips. And those, I'll just click on one of them just so it kind of brings it up. It has all the information there. Let me go back to my screen. And so each of those links will take you to the website. We actually have a renewal, which I will add the actual renewal page on our website to this as well. Okay. Does somebody have a question? Hello? Okay, let's keep going. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you've seen the announcements, but we have some renewal winners. So Troop 1162 won the $150 in troop supplies. The Girl Scout movie night is Troop 460, 44, 71, and 1021. 4 troops won the renewal Eclipse kits. Has Kidda. Wait, I see a typo. Anyway, Troop 931, 686, 774, and 595. So really hoping they enjoyed it and were able to participate in the eclipse. That was a lot of fun. Hope all of you got to see the eclipse. And then the troop that won for the karaoke party is Troop 75, and the Glamma Jamma PJ party is it's actually PJ party, Troop 638. And we just had the announcement for Troop 817. They won $75 in troop supplies. As far as the renewal programs, the movie night, the karaoke party, well, I would say the movie night is those 4 troops and their families are invited to attend. As far as the karaoke party and the Glamma Jamma, we are going to try to open that up. Once these people register, we're going to open it up for others to register for those based on the amount of our maximum. So once we know that these troops are registered, we're going to open that link up. Access the links to Amos, specifically links to what? You asked for access to what? Where do we access the links? The links to our GSC webpage? Right here?
Renewal page. The renewal.
The
So
renewal page? Right here.
Go to our website.
It's on, okay, yeah. Hold on just a second. Oh, somebody's buzzing. Hold on just a second.
Was my sorry.
That's all right. Okay. So all of these links actually came from our website right here. All the renewal information is on our website. And as far as all the drawings and all the specifics as well.
So what I really like about this is if you have a parent or a troop saying, I don't know how to do it, you can actually go on a little bit, Daddy. All the instructions is right above that. All
right
the instructions for family renewal and troop renewal is right there.
Yeah. And I'll plug this link to this page of our website onto the renewal, onto this right here, so you'll have it.
Sorry, I should have done that.
That's all right. It's all right. Well, I'll add it before it goes out. But these are just some of the links that are there. So, all right, keep moving right along. Any questions about renewal? Any of the prizes? Just know that there's plenty of chances still to win. Of course, everybody that renews gets a free patch. Any troops that renew, so Joanne is really new. Yep, good, I'm glad. Renew 80% of the troop girls and 2 leaders to be eligible for the drawings. And the drawings left are the $50 in troop supplies, $25 in troop supplies. The troop feature, actually, they'll get featured in our Girl Scout Connection and our social media site. And then, of course, there's a grand prize drawing, and everybody that has registered 80% of their troop girls, 2 leaders, are eligible, and anyone that's registered, by September 15th will be in the drawing. So so there's still time to win the grand prize. Any questions or feedback regarding any of this?
Not the prizes, but the deadline. The deadline for renewal. Is it September 15th or is it September?
September 15th. It's actually September 15th is what has been advertised. We are contemplating extending it to the 17th, but it will not be until September 30th. But right now, the renewal date is September 15th. In order to be eligible for the prizes, they have to be renewed by September 15th.
Okay, but the actual deadline is the last of September at 9 p.m.
It is not the same as it has been in the past. Because it's not in eBiz, it is a different system altogether. And so technically the deadline to renew, yes, is September 30th because October 1st begins the new year.
Yeah.
This is our first time with this new system. They may shut down the system as in the past, just for over the weekend, just so they can update and switch everything over. But Terry, has there been any mention of that? Did I lose Terry?
Sorry, I wasn't listening to the last piece. I was trying to get Megan on.
Okay.
Okay. I'm on. I'm Ada.
There you are. Okay.
Yay. Megan, all right, so Megan, you can address it. That might be good. So in the past in eBiz, everybody had to register by September 29th or September 30th by midnight. I think it was 29th actually. And then eBiz shuts down. And the question from Rebecca has been, what is the deadline to renew? And I was trying to explain that this is a whole new system that basically the deadline to renew is September 30th because October 1st is the new year. But the question is, after October 1st, can they still renew? Will they be locked out?
They can still renew after.
October 1st. Yes,
September 30th.
So
but here's
exactly.
Did you all talk about the opportunity catalog on this piece?
Not yet. We're on time online renewal only at this point. Talk about incentives and when do they need to renew by.
Okay.
So, but basically we want, the thing is no, we're not locking anybody out, but the thing that everybody needs to understand is October 1st starts the new year. They need to be registered. They're participating in troops and activities, and not to wait. Does that answer your question, Rebecca?
But if they register after October 1st, they still can do that. They're not locked out.
Yeah. They're not locked out. That's correct. And the good thing with this system as well is that they can actually add new girls. Troop leaders actually can register new girls to their troop as well.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
Awesome.
And the other awesome part is that you can, and co-leaders can request financial assistance for these girls by contacting us, and then we can facilitate it.
Yes.
Yes. We're trying to get away from those paper financial assistance forms.
So all you have to
Right.
do is
And
send us a list of the parents. Yeah.
So the
that
co-leader
question. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, the co-leader then can ask for the financial assistant, not the parent.
Volunteer position. A volunteer position. They could be a chaperone and be a parent and ask for it because they're driving girls and they need to have enough parents for a trip, for the girl-adult ratio. And a chaperone is a volunteer position.
How fast will the paper or the online financial assistance be processed?
Is that?
So it does require some manual work. So we send a survey to each person because we've got to have details. We got to have some data on the money that we're giving out for grants and reporting purposes. So we send a survey to the family, and either they can complete it themselves. So it can take up to. If everyone is on top of it, we've got to run a report. We send them the link. They fill out the link. They come back to us. We approve it. So probably a week from the time you ask to the time it gets approved. It can take a week, but if the volunteer doesn't reply for a little while, that's of course going to take some time. So there are some factors in play. But we're checking them daily.
So Megan, Crystal had a question. She says, so we just send you the parent email address, or do we want them to go in and click the link in the system instead of just sending us an email? Because they need to actually. Do you want them to start on the front end, or she's asking, do we do it on the back end or the front end?
So for the troop co-leaders, if you're requesting it on behalf of someone else, then send us the list, like the name and their email, or just their email would be fine.
Right, at info at, okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
It seems like that answered your question. So yeah, so if it's, right,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
But if parents are going to register themselves or renew themselves, there's a checkbox for them specifically that they can select financial assistance, and then it triggers that process. So parents can ask for it themselves, or you can request on behalf of them, and then the council will facilitate it.
Great. Okay, I think that answered the question. So we're going to move off of renewal. I'm going to show you the new service unit team leader roster report. It's going to be sent every 2 weeks on Sunday. The first report should come out September 3rd, Sunday, and the purpose is to help the service unit teams keep track of their volunteers and troops. So let's check it out. Let's see if I can make it. Give it a second. I'm going to make it a little larger. And scroll down. So this first page basically states that it is this again is a sample, by the way, but it lets you know that this is confidential information, and basically you want to check the following: is the personal contact information for each girl and adult member correct? If not, please assist them in making the corrections in their member profiles. Are the positions and troops associated with each of the volunteers correct for each year? Is each girl and adult member associated with the correct troop? Does each troop have an appropriate volunteer leadership? There should be at least 2 direct primary volunteer troop co-leaders. If not, they need to contact council. So those are some questions. And then the troop details, sorry if it jumped a little bit. Troop details. Please check the following. Again, asking them to check, are the troop meeting dates, times, and locations accurate? Are program age levels and grades accurate? Are there at least 2 direct primary troop co-leaders? Are there any girl openings? Is the troop displayed in the opportunity catalog? Is there anything blank or TBD on the report? Is everything up to date, basically? So, and then let's go to the next one. So there's a summary tab that will kind of show you a brief update of what's happening, a bird's eye view of the service unit. And then the roster itself will look similar to this. This is the, hold on just a second. This is the service unit team. So this is what the service unit team would look like. And continued. And then the troop details would be, these are more of the troop details. So this is what the troop would look like, and the year, the program level, the grade, the meeting date, so the specifics of the troop.
Okay, so who is getting this report? And I have 57 troops. How am I going to know whether all this is correct or not?
So everyone that was invited to this call will receive this report. So it's the point person as the lead for each service unit. And
okay.
You are, and I also, you are responsible for making sure all of that's right. It's just a report of the troops in your area, and so you can use the service unit meetings when those people are there to touch base with them. You can certainly reach out and talk to the co-leaders if you like. So it's kind of, it's not mandatory by any means. It's just informational report for you all to connect and understand who's in your community. And, you know, it might just be, honestly, like, for the first time you get it, even the first couple months, you just kind of absorb it and talk about it with your volunteer specialist. And, you know, and that's where this meeting is going to continue to evolve. And we can, you know, how are you using your service unit roster report? And, you know, what are some cool things you've learned, or what are some problems that you've had with it? Like, you know, kind of, like, I mean, this is a brand new tool for all of us and a resource. So, I mean, this is why we have you at the table to help us, like, what's useful about it, what isn't, and, you know, what we can do with it.
How will we receive it? Will it be an email, or is this within the system?
It'll be an email that you'll receive.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I muted myself. Go ahead, Meg.
And also, you know, something that might be useful is, are for the service unit teams. So in the past with eBiz, it was really, I mean, obviously kind of cumbersome to keep up volunteer roles. And, but now you can let us know, like, hey, my cookie manager isn't actually on this list, or my communications, or I've got a new finance facilitator. And so I think initially just take a look at it and then let your volunteer specialists know what your questions or issues are with it, and we can work through those and then talk about them more in these kind of conversations.
You'll notice that it has a place for background check expiration date, so it also helps you keep track of any expired background checks, which is awesome, because I know you haven't had that in the past. So
this report was developed in, oh, go ahead, sorry.
This is Beth. So we can copy and paste this line, send it to the leader and say, please check this and make sure this is correct. Tell me if there's anything that's not. And who would we make the corrections to? Who do we send the corrections to if they tell us it's wrong?
So your volunteer specialist.
Right. What, okay. Don't you want this to info@gsvsc.org?
Yeah. I would just, sorry. So and then just say, like, this is for, you know, Jesse Brockman in the message. And you know, and I missed this, have we asked about the monthly touch points with the volunteer specialists, those phone calls?
Nope, we haven't got that far.
We're not there yet.
We're going to get
there.
Cool. No, not there yet. That's okay. But this is leading into it. We wanted to start with just the report so they would see what is coming. And again, like you said, it's evolving, and this is something new. And it is just a tool so you know who's in your service unit, what troops are there, what volunteers are there, those kind of things. So hopefully you'll find it helpful. This comes, like I said, directly from GSUSA. Okay.
Can I ask a question about the info email, or do you want me to hold off on that?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so here of late, of course, they're saying, oh, this is the email that you need to use, is info@gsbsc.org. So I don't know where it's going. I don't know who's looking at it. I don't know whether I should be putting this is for April, this is for Megan. Do I still, if I have questions directly to them, can I directly email them, or does it still need to go through info?
Okay, so info@ is a way for us to make sure that things aren't buried in someone's email. So for instance, if you have a question that maybe is program specific but is not necessarily specific for April, by sending it to info@, we can make sure that your question gets answered, say April's on vacation. I'm sorry for the feedback. But if you have a specific answer, like a specific question for April, because I don't know, maybe it's camp directors or something like that, that specific, like you're meeting with April, like you have a meeting set up and you need to communicate with April for a meeting or something like that, then obviously, yes, you're meeting with that staff person, then obviously it's okay to email April because, hey, are we still meeting at 3 or are we meeting at 4? That kind of thing.
Okay.
Does that kind of help? So the main thing is what we want to avoid, and what system is supposed to work is so for, say you're sending in a trip permission, instead of sending in a trip permission and it went to previously to STAR or one of the volunteer specialists, it's not buried in their email and they're on vacation for a week. It's to avoid those types of things so we can keep we can shift the work around so someone processes it and it goes through and you get what you need and you're not, it's to speed up the process. Does that help?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great.
Ready?
Yes.
And someone who needs to update their background check, they go through info also?
Yes.
Need to renew their background check?
They actually need to renew. So that's a good question. So in the past, we would send them information. They go directly to verified volunteers. They need to renew their role. They need to re-register as a volunteer for 2018. The system will trigger an email. If they need to renew their background check, more than likely they also need to renew their membership. So start with renewing membership. The system will check to see if they have a current background check on file. If they don't, or if it's expired, it sends them an automated email. The email is they click the link in the email that goes to verified volunteer that allows them to renew. We are not using the good deed code anymore. And the reason why we want to click the link in the email, this is why it's so important, is that's what allows the background check information to be integrated and to show up on this report and to show up in the volunteer toolkit for the volunteers. So this information is integrated so they can see it and keep track of their own troop volunteers or our service unit team volunteers, so you can see that information. If they try to work around outside the system, then we're going to lose that information. And so we have to work to get it reintegrated, and there's some work that has to happen on the back end. So it's easier if they renew and click on the link. Does that help answer the question?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take that conversation one step further. We have quite a few lifetime members that their background checks need to be renewed, and they need to choose a volunteer position in order for that whole system to work. So they need to go in for 2018. Are you a council trainer? Are you a troop leader? Or even a chaperone? If you're involved in a volunteer position, you need to have a background check renewed. You have to do the position first.
So, Amo, I have a question. I know you're a lifetime member, and you said you renewed your background check and was told you'd get an okay or not okay. So how did you go about renewing? Can you type that? Did you click a link in an email? Did you use a good deed code? Was it an invitation? What happened? Like, I need to know how you renewed. Did you select a role?
Well, she tell you what I
had an
said.
invitation. Say that again.
This is Beth. While Amo's typing, I can tell you what I had to do. As a lifetime member, I had to go in and change my password to get in. Once I did, I registered for this year, and then I got a thing saying that my background check needed to be done. Clicked on the link, and within 3 days, I already had a background cleared. I got an email saying the background had been cleared.
Good. And so Amo, that's the notification. So now you should be able to see when you log back into your member profile, you should be able to see your background check information. If you don't, let us know and we will trigger we will go in and integrate it. So if your background check is not showing in your member profile, let us know at info@, and we will integrate it. So does that help? And I think Jolene had a question also. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I have a new co-leader and she registered as an adult. Is that correct? Yes, she registered as adult, but she actually needs to select a troop co-leader role in your troop, Jolene, in order to be triggered. The only way the background check is triggered, again, they have to select a role that requires one, which of course is a troop co-leader, a troop driver, troop chaperone, troop product sales, those kind of things. And so if she's not selected her role, it will not trigger the background check. Does that answer your question, Jolene?
Adult members don't, it's like the only position like where it does not require a background check. So.
Right, adult member, right, exactly.
Yeah.
They just register as a member. It's not going to trigger a background check. They have to select the volunteer role. And if for some reason the volunteer, so for instance, Jolene, if your troop is not in the opportunity catalog, we need to make that available. We can add her, so, add that. So if you need help, let us know. Again, just have her email us at info@, and we will help her through the process. One of the great things I'll say about this new system is that we have not had in the past is that the staff can actually log in and see where you're hung up, so to speak, and actually see what you see, and we can help you. So we have better access than ever before. So I'll just say that that's a great tool that we have.
Jody, I'd like to share that I just went in and looked up Amo, and I could see that her background check had been completed, and she was eligible, and I double-checked to see if she was synced to Virginia Skyline. The 281 code was missing. So I added the 281 code to your account, Amo, and you should be getting an email to Amo saying that it's been cleared.
Okay, good. And so Jolene says she sent me a screenshot with a request for the background check, so not sure her member profile. So Jolene, if you'll type her name, we can type her name in the chat, and Terry can look it up while we're talking and report back. So just type her name in the log, and we'll look up the information. There we go. Michelle Hubbard. Terry, can you check on that one?
Yeah.
And we'll keep moving along. Okay, so we'll get back to that, and we'll report back on that. Okay, so volunteer. You're welcome. So the Service Unit Volunteer Toolkit demo. So we're going to send out this link. This is the link to the demo site. Our administrative, what GSUSA calls our administrative volunteers, you guys. We want to give you access to the demo, first off, so you can see what it does, and you can help share the importance of using the volunteer toolkit or how to use it. You also can learn how to use it by using the volunteer toolkit. The demo site basically is reflective of all volunteer toolkit features, functionality. It has, you know, all the functionality that currently live, you know, what troop leaders, co-leaders are using. There are some features, though, the emailing, the calendar sync, have been disabled for demo purposes. So no data is saved. You can set up everything and show everybody, but once you choose to start over or you close your web browser, all of that resets itself. So it starts all over. So again, it's not for regular use. Again, it's just a demo. But this is the link. This is the password. So you guys can get in there and use it, play around with it, get familiar with it, and then also, you know, help us help your volunteers. Help us help your volunteers to learn how to use it. We want you guys to be experts on the volunteer toolkit, and again, it gives you access to, you know, all that's there. Any questions about that?
I would say we hope you to be champions of the volunteer toolkit. Like, certainly, I mean, if there's issues and problems, like, staff will work on those, but
of course,
the more familiar y'all are with it, then the more you can encourage new leaders. And again, it's not required, but especially the newer, younger moms, it really eases their mind when they can see it laid out like that. And you also get, like, the latest, all the new functionality that rolls out, like the new badges and journeys. It's all in there. So you see what everyone is seeing as it gets improved.
Yes. So we just want to make sure I'll just say real quick, not all of the service unit team leaders and service teams have access. They're not necessarily troop leaders. So we want to just across the board make sure that you guys had access so you could see what they are seeing.
Okay, I'm ready to report out about Michelle Hubble.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
As a troop co-leader with Troop 519, she's active. She is registered for 2018, and her background check has been completed. It will not expire until 2020. The exact same issue was with Michelle as with AMO, that 281 council code was missing. I went in and added that. She should be good to go.
Thank you, Terry.
Was there any other questions that you have about Michelle?
She says awesome.
Okay.
I think we're good. Okay. All right.
Good. I'm glad that was an easy one. Some of them are not.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to move on. Just a quick poll, and if you can't chat, Beth, I'll get to you. You can answer. You know, basically want to know, has your service unit fall product sale manager received their training for the upcoming fall product sale? And have you set the date for your service unit fall product sale training for your troop leaders? And if you know when it is, type it in the chat and let us know. Beth, have y'all been able to arrange yours? I'll get to Beth and Rebecca. Beth, are y'all good to go for fall product sale?
Yeah. Our troops and service areas will be trained on Monday the 28th.
Awesome. And Rebecca, and was that you, Rebecca? Is that the same?
Ours is September the 21st.
Awesome. Okay. So Crystal says no. Okay. And we will do Galax Carol in September. Okay. So we want to make sure that we can get you the assistance you need to get everyone trained. So if you're needing assistance, let us idea. That's okay. So I will speak to that, Jolene. Jolene says, I have no idea. So there is a delay. Rappahannock, Joanne, falls in this area under Area 6. Stephanie Barb, who is the area fall product sale coordinator, is basically out sick, so to speak. And Tracy Castle from Culpeper is filling in this year for Stephanie Barb. And everything was delivered to her the Tuesday evening this week, so the training dates will be coming soon. She just needs to get her training. We're working on that this week and early next week, so we'll have that information shortly so you guys can get the training. So stay tuned.
Hey, Jody.
Yeah.
Megan, will you write down those dates that Beth and Rebecca gave us? I'm just driving, so I can't right now.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna ask Terry to do that because if I try to do that, it'll take me off the screen. So Terry, can we repeat those dates? And Terry, can I have you because I'm facilitating the screen.
Oh,
Terry,
gotcha.
Can you write those down for us?
Yes. Can you give them to me again, please?
Sure. So let's start with Beth.
I think it was August 28th, this Monday.
Okay.
And then Rebecca's is September 21st. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Or 28th?
Yeah.
21st.
Great.
Awesome.
And Rappahannock's is to come. And then Debbie, you said September? Was there a specific date, Debbie? In September. Was there a specific date in September? Have you set the date?
Well, no, we haven't had a meeting yet. I if I can get the stuff together, I got all my training today and got all my goodies. So if I can get it together by Monday, we have a service unit Monday. I may do it then and go ahead and get it done.
Okay.
What's that date? And then,
That's what is it, 28th, 7th, 8th, whatever. Look right fast. 28th, yeah.
28th.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And so Crystal said no. Crystal, do you need help getting the training? If you want to just type in the chat, what assistance you need so we can help work on that. We want to make sure you get what you need. Is there any other questions about fall product sales or any way we can assist or help? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to move on so we can keep going. So I think Terry Hazel gets trained. Okay, good. Okay. All right. We'll make sure we'll follow up to make sure that you got what y'all have what you need. So this is Megan Chersnowski, and I just want to kind of just review for service unit support. These are the service units that she will be reaching out to make sure that their support calls and ongoing conversation to help provide you what you need. Megan supports Nelson, Charlottesville, Albemarle, Buckingham, Susanna, Louisa, Orange, Rappahannock, Culpeper, Madison, Greene, Highland, Rockingham, Harrisonburg. The next volunteer specialist is Jesse Brockman, and Jesse will be supporting Halifax, Patrick, Martinsville, Henry, Franklin, Dansville, Pennsylvania, Appomattox, Amherst, Charlotte, Bedford, Botetourt, Floyd, and Lynchburg, Campbell. And then last but not least is Kate Noggle, and she'll be supporting Saw, or Stanton, Augusta, Waynesboro, Rockbridge, Craig, Allegheny, Bath, Galax, Carroll, Wythe, Grayson, Giles, Radford, Montgomery, Roanoke Valley, and Pulaski. So there should be or will be monthly support calls with your volunteer specialists to the service unit team leaders. And so just a chat, and they're starting this process, and we want to make sure, but has a regular support call been set up for you? You can type in the chat yes or no. Or Beth and Rebecca, have you guys?
Oh, no.
Not yet. Okay, that's fine. We just were trying to get a temperature of where everybody was. And so, but there will be, Jesse will be setting up, Rebecca, some regular support call check-ins, so to make sure that you have what you need.
Yeah.
Beth, what about you?
Yes, Megan and I talk regularly.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Okay. Debbie said no. Joanne, we will get you connected. Megan Tersnowski is also yours, so she will be checking in. And I know there's been, you're new, so welcome aboard. I just want to say welcome, Joanne. She's going to be taking over as service unit team leader for Rappahannock. So we just want to say out loud thank you. Yeah, so we're glad to have you.
Thanks, Joanne.
Yes. And Crystal, how about you? Any touch points yet? Well, these are still just getting established, so just want to kind of see where everybody is at this point. Just to know that it's coming, that they will be. Yes. Amos, me too. Thank you, Jolene. We're really glad to have her. Okay, so some expectations for staff attendance, council staff attendance at service unit meetings. There will be a variety of council staff attending service unit meetings, but understand that not all service unit meetings may have staff present. We're going to do our best to get everybody covered the best we can. So it is one of the main reasons that the volunteer specialists will be reaching out is to make sure that, one, you're having a meeting, and two, that you have what you need if staff is coming. So, if you need us to, bring something or whatever, we just want to, whatever we can do to support you. So, I would say if there is a last minute change in your service unit meeting schedule, please, please, please reach out to your volunteer specialist, or call customer care and let us know, because we don't want to send a staff person if you're not having your meeting, obviously. So just let us know as soon as you can. We know that there is inclement weather, and we will again talk to this, but it's basically the same. If school is not in attendance, usually there's not a service unit meeting. So I know each of you kind of set your own. So again, if something happens and you're not having a meeting, just let us know as soon as possible. Also, staff will be sharing council-specific talking points. So we ask that you please allow 5 to 10 minutes for staff to share, just kind of put them on the agenda, and they can be at the end, wherever you want them to come in. But they will be coming with, talking points, just making sure to keep everybody in the loop of what is new and current, and whatever we need to highlight at that moment. Any questions?
Hey, Jody, it's Megan.
Yes.
I want to do a quick time check. So we've only got about 4 or 5 minutes, and I think we had a lot more to talk about, but I want to be respectful of everyone's time.
Yep. So I've actually
got to cut it a little short.
That's fine. I'm going to turn it over to Terry so she can talk about how to join.
Okay, I'll just go through it really quickly. This is the time of year that we're having recruitment events, handover fests all over our entire council. All 36 counties have had back to school events. We've had some recruitment events or Girl Scout open houses already, and we're at fairs and festivals. And I just wanted to share with you how easy it is to actually get registered and just move to the system. So if anybody asks you, what do I do to get registered? You go to our website and you click on to join for a girl. You click on become a Girl Scout. If you're volunteering and you are actually signing up your daughter, you go ahead and start with the volunteer today and register yourself first, and then go ahead and add your daughter next. And we already talked about the financial assistance available for girls and volunteers who have a volunteer position. So I just, you want to go to the website real quick and show what it looks like? Click on the link. Well, it's on our website. Or the there you go. It's actually the main page of our website, Jody. I'm not sure which you went. Can you just go to our main page? Go there. Yeah, click. Go on down. And right there, Become a Girl Scout is on your left. Click. And to join, okay, click on it, please. Click on one of them. Okay, so we're capturing their information, their name, email, zip code, and then when they click on this particular one is for a volunteer, am I going to volunteer or not, or just be an adult member? They can choose. But the next piece actually takes them according to their zip code. Well, excuse me, you're going to search according to your zip code a volunteer opportunity or a troop opportunity for your girls. So if somebody gives us their name and information on a sign-in sheet at a recruitment event or at a fair or festival, we have the same fields on our sign-in sheet, and we go in and add their information the same way. We go to the front page of our Girl Scouts Virginia Skyline website, we go in and plunk in their information, and that's how we add new members. Can you go to the next slide, please? So once you click the first page, the girl or the adult online registration form, you click continue, and here's just the walkthrough of what I just said. You can search it by the troop number, or you can search it by the zip code. I would recommend, if you're searching it by the troop number, to put the zip code in also, because I have found that it's pulling zip codes from across troop numbers from across the nation. There's probably quite a few troop 502s. Anyway, the troops that you see in our opportunity catalog that have the word forming next to them are brand new troops that we have created. They are considered a shell troop. We have them throughout our entire council. These troops, we need to have 2 co-leaders and at least 5 girls to get them up and rolling, and we are monitoring them on the backside to help them push through with some automated messages from the system, and then we touch base from our placement specialist as well. And I'll go into that in just a little bit more. Back to the zip code, sorry. Can you go back? Oh yeah, sorry. So I just wanted to remind you that if you had some troops that are not in the opportunity catalog, if you could ask them if they are interested in having volunteer positions added or troop for membership, if they wanted to increase their membership. Okay, next slide, please. And we can help them with that. I wanted to let you know that we have 2 new recruitment placement specialists. They're actually our internal recruiters, and Haley Hendricks and Erica Kelly. Erica is new just this week. They are replacing Star Mays and Amy Morgan. They are definitely just hitting the ground running. We're so excited. They are smart and friendly, and they are recruiting internally. When you've got somebody on the hook that doesn't know what they're doing, they're able to talk them through on the other side to say, this is what it is to start a troop, this is what it takes. And anyway, so I wrote down a little note here about the leads. Those sign-in sheets, they're called leads, and the leads are girls and adults contact information collected from the sign-up sheets. And those leads are being entered into the system by our placement specialists. They're the default. I mean, we all are adding them in, but that's mainly their job. And as soon as those leads are put in, whether the parent or guardian puts information in, or we put the information into our website, they're getting emails from us, and they are whatever we talk about. Oh, wait, any questions? I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been at the back to school event. We have had such a fabulous coverage this year, more than ever. And every time we just ask people, if you're interested, let us know. If there's enough interest here at the school, put your name down. So every person that puts their name down is a lead, and we're not gonna lose track of them. They won't fall into a black hole like we've done in the past.
Yeah, one of the many contributions that Nikki has brought already is she implemented all staff support at these back to school events, and not every single person has gone, but Mike Hill went on Wednesday to Harrisonburg, and he tabled at a school, and most everyone has, and we're all doing the best that we can, and it's been really inspiring, and everyone's come back pretty jazzed and excited to be a part of such an important process in Girl Scouts. So Terry, I think this is a good stopping. Terry, I think this is a good stopping point for tonight.
Yes, we can let them go. We can let them go for now, unless they have any other questions.
I'm okay. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Can you show us the list of what we still need to go over?
Okay. I think we only had one or two more slides, and it was just a save the date. Council's going to have a highest award ceremony. It's going to be Saturday, December 16th. We're trying to confirm whether it's going to be, right now the idea is going to be Gold and Triumph Award ceremony, and we're going to see what we can do for Silver and Bronze to come. So just more information to come. We're still working out the logistics, but save the date, Saturday, December 16th. We know it's going to at least provide a ceremony for Gold and Triumph Award recipients. And then
we were able to get
that was it.
We were able to get a deal on a really special place, but it has it has limited capacity, so we're trying to figure out what to do. But it's a good step in the right direction towards celebrating our shining stars.
That's right.
Our shining skyline stars.
I saw that Amo had a question.
Sure.
Emo's question is, if staff is not attending the service unit meetings, will they be sending an email with the important information?
Absolutely. And that's also part of those. That's also part of those monthly meetings and the support calls, so that you've got all the latest and the greatest.
Yes. And we will continue these meetings as well. So this is another form of way to give you the information as much as possible, in as many means as possible. So, you guys have direct access to us to ask these questions that you're asking, and so we can better support you. So yes, email, phone call, and these type of meetings as well. So, but we're going to give you as much information as we can.
And we also, really want this to evolve towards more of a roundtable, so that things that you're learning, what's working, what isn't, successes, wins, that kind of stuff, start bubbling up, and we can have some good conversations and sharing.
Amo asked about the highest award ceremony, where they'll be held. This particular one will be held in Roanoke. And, again, we're just trying to establish a yearly celebration of their achievements. At this point, I do not know if you're asking, will they be held in other places and locations throughout the council. We just haven't gotten there yet. We want to establish a baseline and make sure that we're celebrating and starting somewhere. So that'll be determined in the future. But thanks for asking. It's a good point, and I will capture that for future discussion. Yeah, we're trying to get it in a central location, Amo. I see your question. So, yeah, we realize that we want to get it. It's just trying to find places that will hold large groups of people and not charge a lot.
Well, and the other part too that we have to share is that, you know, Nikki is from Roanoke, and so she has a lot of connections that can help us get deals and discounts, so that we can at least start establishing, establishing these kind of events without a ton of cost and building off of our network. But absolutely, I mean, we know we've got to go out and we've got to support all of you and the girls everywhere, and not ask everyone to drive all the time. But I just want to share that as part of it, like trying to use our resources wisely. And, you know, we don't have a lot of those in some. And so, you know, personal connections are helping to build up, you know, rebuild Girl Scouts in people's minds and celebrating it.
So, and to Megan's, what she mentioned earlier about this becoming a true roundtable, where, and again, if you have connections, you have places that we can bring that in a more central location without costing the council, and but by breaking the budget, which is very minimal. Like I said, our resources are very minimal at this point. And so please share that information. Again, that's why we want to have more of these roundtables, so you're aware of what we want to do and we can all work together to make it successful.
And also, you know, as part of that too, just if there's something, a topic you want us to cover in these meetings, contact me and Jody and Terry and reach out, and we will put it on the agenda. I mean, we really want to reestablish your trust and collaboration. I mean, you all are out there, you are doing the hard, amazing work, and we want to know what's important to you, and we want to talk about it and address it.
Any other questions? Those are good questions.
So I'll just say, I just want to share our learnings kind of from the last couple months in the new system, and staff have been doing a great job, but it was really hard saying goodbye to Amy and Star, and then filling those roles. I mean, thankfully we were able to fill them pretty quickly, but it's been rough. I mean, we are definitely a skeleton crew, and I just want to thank you all for your patience with us. This was a rough month, but we're really hopeful and excited about the coming ones with a full roster. And I will also share one of the kind of unexpected insights from CEI, but great, is that it's really showing us how like where we need staff. So the 3 volunteer specialists are trying to support around 300 troops each. And in other councils, it's about 150 per kind of volunteer specialist. And so, and our recruiters are busting it too. And so it's hopefully making life easier for our volunteers, but it's showing us where we absolutely have to rebuild our staff and our teams. So, yeah.
Continue to bear with us as we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unless anybody else has any other questions, I think we can let them go for this evening. I know we kind of went over.
Thank you for all you do.
You're welcome, Amos. Thanks for your time, and thanks for all of you to being on the call, and hopefully it was helpful. All of you, thank you, Crystal, Rebecca, Beth, Debbie, all of you for being on the call. I hope that you will reach across and Joanne, welcome to the team. We're glad you're here. I hope you also reach across to other service units and remind your cohorts that they need to be on these calls as well. We want to help them, we want to help support all the service units. So thank you again. Thank you, Rebecca, for being on the call, all of you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.